never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it
with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing, I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up, I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself, can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man, we do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This don't sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the craft. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
Tell my Brooklyn, cause he Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the Yassi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we're the ones who started with it. Translate.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Eagles coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time. And not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago. But this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think of the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon. He had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts on the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this throw will be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mahomes going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Mahomes throw there into the hands of Ross. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline. Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
It was Anthony Averett who got it down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Swift going to try up the middle. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the right direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's the option going right. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. John Ross from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. John Ross, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him. He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too. But first down, Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Hurt sets up to throw it. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
If there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're going to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys. But let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a big 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a set.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards, the final tally.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a man, complete. And Owen coughed it up. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, that's the value of having a teammate that's got your back, because it was nearly a disaster, but fortunately a friendly face able to fall on it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was tired from all of that running or what, but he was unable to hold on to the football. Fortunately for him, someone on his team wasn't too tired to find the ball and score a touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open, and he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. He's at the 40. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off. It gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's Swift. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. And he will will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Them front 7, they love this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.